Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Gusti Rahmi Putri with students number 2319074. So for this occasions, I would like to explain my answer about the reading for general context final exam. This course has been taught by Mrs. Widya Savitri. So the title of article that I choose is there a minimum amount of the time you need to stay at a job? This article created on 7 December 2020. So there are two instructions. The first instruction is we are asked to identify some parts of the article. The first is topic. This article take a topic about how long you have to stay in a job. Next is about pattern of organization. The pattern of organization is problem and solving pattern. Next about thesis statement. I found the thesis statement on the first sentence in the first paragraph, and it's one of the unwritten rules of taking a new job is keeping it for at least a year even you had it. Next about the supporting sentence or main idea of each paragraph. It's the timeless factor underpinning the 1-year rule are still in place. On the employee side, an employee who stay at least a year is a better investment than one who doesn't, and their loyalty is also viewed as positive. This is on the second sentence. Next, the changing way we build our career combined with the unprecedented impact of the pandemic have brought more flexibility. I found it on the first sentence. Next, the 1-year rule is found in practicality. Starting a job is a huge adjustment and it takes time to fully get used to it. Next, after a year, employees usually feel they have hit their stride and understand who's who within their team and departments. Say Alison Sullivan, Senior Manager of Corporate Communication at job site Glassdoor. Next, the main idea is on the first sentence. Demonstrating growth is much harder to do if you have only stayed in a role a few months. Plus, a short period at a company can also raise uncomfortable questions about character and professionalism. Next, the main idea is on the first sentence. Sullivan believes that while 1 or 2 short stints on a resume can be explained away, employer could interpret a series of brief stints as a candidate who may avoid challenge or isn't reliable. The next paragraph, if you feel unsure about your job, try to stick it out for at least a year. Anything less than a year could be a red flag to a hiring manager, say the Sullivan. Next paragraph, the main idea is, yet, while the 1-year rule remains the optimum, there are some sides that it isn't being seen as quite so unbreakable as in the past. Next paragraph, the main idea is on the first sentence. Baby boomer and prior generations typically spend much of their career in one organization, explained Jami Leji, Associate Professor of Management and Professional Development at Northeastern University in Boston. Next paragraph. One the main idea is on the second sentence. Workers are increasingly seeking out workplaces that prioritize employee well-being sensitivities over burnout and unhealthy working practices, and into this environment has come the so-called Great Resignation, leaving some employees struggling to fill the roles. Next paragraph, the main idea is on the first sentence. Right now, there is less stigma attached to job hopping or having shorter stint than in previous year, say the Sullivan. Next paragraph, the main idea is on the first sentence. Smith believed that while some of stigma leaving a job within a year remains, traditional idea around ideal length of tenure are being called into questions amid a notable power shift between employers and employees. Next paragraph. All this means that while an early departure from a company should not rule you out of contentions as a candidate for other jobs, explaining your move well is a crucial winning over hiring manager who still favor applicants who have demonstrated stickability. Next paragraph. The main idea is on the first sentence. If the job you left has very different to what was advertised, it's okay to explain that, say Leji. Next paragraph. Sullivan also believed that in general, when explaining a speedy departure, the key is to be upfront and able to provide context. Next paragraph, the main idea is still on the first sentence. If a potential employer asks about past experiences that you know were not ideal, it's better to keep the discussion diplomatic and focused instead on why you are excited about this potential role or company, say Sullivan. The last paragraph, the main idea is on the first sentence. Convincing a potential employer that you are the right hire despite a little job move hopping might ultimately come down to whether they believe that the skill you will bring outweigh the risks around whether you will stay. Okay, the instruction number 2, it's about answer the question critically. There are 5 questions. Question number 1, who wrote the passage or article? This article was written by Brian Lufkin. Does the website belong to an organization or individual? The website belong to an organizational. The website link is .bbc.com. So this is a legal website that belong to an organization. Question number 3. Do you think this website is a reliable source of information? Why or why not? Yes, I do think so, because people who post their article in this website also pin what the expert opinion. So it's reliable for us to take this web as our source information. Question number 4. Do you think the information or ideas on this site would be useful for research project? Why or why not? Yes, I do. I think it's useful for research because this article contains a good information that's supported by an expert opinion, and it's mean this is a scientific article, and in addition, this is a famous website because so many students and teachers using this website as the research of their lessons. The last questions. In what another site do you find the same topic of the article or passage? Does it have the same point of view as the first article or passage? I found one website that used the same topic as the first article. It's on the muse.com. The title in this website is similar to the thesis statement on the first article. The title is, do you have to stay at a job for 1 year? And yes, this article have the same point of view as the first article. Okay, I think that's all from me about the answer for final exam in reading for general context. I'm so sorry for all the mistake in my pronunciation in this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.